Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we are going to take a look at the In the Name of Justice Great Saiyaman 2 and 1. So this is the third and final of the latest Majin Buu Saga Extreme Z area EZAs, and we're going to take a look at just how well they perform. Now, as a unit, they are an exchange unit, and we'll talk about that. But in terms of their leader skill, it is special pose 77%. They also are attack and defense of 150%, and a high chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack. So that's a 50% chance of evasion. They gain 50% defense when performing a super attack, and they debuff the attacked enemy's attack for 20% for 2 turns. They also give all special pose category allies key +3 and attack and defense of 30%. So pretty good unit, nice floating unit, nice running unit. In terms of their active skill, the active skill can be activated when facing only one enemies whose HP is 58% or more, starting from the 3rd turn of battle. So that's pretty good overall. When they exchange, they become Great Saiyaman 1. Great Saiyaman 1 raises attack and defense for 1 turn on his super attack, and he also has key +3 attack and defense of 158%, with an additional attack and defense of 58% when performing a super attack, with 10% attack and the chance of performing a critical hit of +5% per special pose category ally on the team. Now the links change quite a bit. The links for the base form are very much orientated around the justice category. So Infighter, Patrol, Hero of Justice, Signature Pose, Courage, Shattering the Limit, and Battlefield Diva. Whereas when you change into Great Saiyaman 1, you replace a couple of them. You gain Z Fighters, Brainiacs, and Shocking Speed. You will still have Patrol, Hero of Justice, Signature Pose, and Shattering the Limit. So you're going to want to try and keep Patrol, Hero of Justice, Signature Pose, and Shattering the Limit as your main links, because when he changes, Brainiacs and Shocking Speed and Z Fighters aren't really like the most absolute common links. Overall, they are on a couple categories: Majin Buu Saga Movie Heroes, Earthlings, Special Pose, Defenders of Justice, and Pepe Gals, which is always the most fun one because it means that you can literally have a Gohan on the Pepe Gals team, which is always a load of fun. So we're going to take a look at them. We are running them on a Majin Buu Saga team, nothing too crazy there, but we are running them on a Majin Buu Saga team, a Defenders of Justice team, which is very heavily a Majin Buu Saga based team. And we're going to just take a look at how well they perform. Now this Great Saiyaman is a great linking partner for them, just across the board. She has a lot of good links with Gohan, and she has a lot of good links with them. They share about 4 links altogether, which is pretty good. And when they transform, they still share 4 links, and they share a lot of the major ones. We can see here decent defense, 126k. Remember, they're gaining 50% defense when they fire off their super attack. So we are looking at something like almost 200,000 defense, which is pretty good, right off the bat. So very, very solid. They do have a 30% support on the rotation, but we are missing some crucial links. But overall, a pretty good showing. 2 million as an attack stat, also really, really good as well. Really, really solid. Considering the amount of evasion that they have, they're going to debuff the enemy as well. Not to mention, they're also buffing a lot of our units. Remember, so the Defenders of Justice and the Special Pose category has quite a bit of fall over. If we just take a look at the units, we're looking at Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, who share a impressive amount of links with these guys. But we're also looking at units like, Great Saiyaman, the Great Saiyaman. We're looking at obviously the Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 LR. We're looking at Jirins, we're looking at Gotenks units. We're looking at a lot of good units that cross over. Remember, we also have the Great Saiyaman and Videl unit as well that can also join in on this party. Now, they are actually the best linking unit with this one. They share a large amount of links. Infighter, Patrol, Hero of Justice, Signature Pose, Shocking Speed, and Sharing the Limit they all share, which is very good. They're also Defenders of Justice support as well, so they mesh really well together. And you can see here we hit a nice 2 million attack stat as well, so we're looking very good. Their defense is looking good. Their attack damage, although it's only 2 million, you can, for me, well, yeah, so it's a little bit difficult to say, but I honestly think their best build is probably a hybrid of crit and additional. So I know that sounds like a bit of a cop-out, but it's very difficult to say, because on a special pose team you want to go full additional. Because if you transform into the Gohan, he's going to have quite a high chance to crit. Of course, that's only if you plan on running him only on special pose. The thing is, he's good. They are good on Defenders of Justice. They're also good on movie heroes. They're also decent on Majin Buu Saga. They're very usable on Pepe Gals. So for me, it's difficult to say run them like this, so that you can stick them on only one team. 142,000 defense. This is probably their best situation. Overall, I think they have pretty much every link active. Not to mention, we can also transform them into Gohan, which we will be doing, because why not? So we'll see good old Gohan pop out, and he's going to do a lot of damage. Now, they share all the crucial links, even as Gohan. He's only really missing Brainiacs, which is probably the only major link that he's missing. And he's going to be able to hit pretty hard. You should see quite a sizable increase. Now, as I was saying, in terms of build, I highly suggest going for majority rules, a split, prioritizing additionals. I know it sounds really weird to say, but I think at the end of the day, additionals are the best. You can use Gohan in pretty much any situation, and you will want to use him in a lot of situations. And I just think him having the additional is better, considering that special pose is definitely their best team. But I mean, you can build it however you want. That's just my opinion. But I just think with the way the unit works, I do think additionals work out best, especially if you're going to float them as a support on certain categories like Majin Buu Saga maybe. You're definitely looking at additionals where they can continue to lower the enemy's attack and defense, where they can really do debuff the enemy quite a lot. I mean, they have a 20% debuff for 2 turns on attack, and then they also lower their attack with their super. So they actually lower the enemy's attack by quite a bit, which is very good. In terms of links, as I mentioned before, you kind of want to prioritize the Defenders of Justice links. So things like Hero of Justice, Patrol, Signature Pose, Shattering the Limit are probably where you want to kind of lie on the spectrum of links. Patrol's a great link, 20% defense, Hero of Justice, 25% attack. Those you share with all the various forms of Great Saiyaman. Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, you share them with, Gohan and Videl, you share them with, pretty much everyone that wears the bloody Great Saiyaman outfit. So I would suggest that you focus on things like Patrol, things like Hero of Justice, and then you can kind of get a bit experimental, pick up Shattering the Limit if you need Ki, which is obviously pretty good. Signature Pose, if you need Ki as well, is pretty reliable. Battlefield Diva helps obviously from a Pepe Gals team build, but nothing else really too much. They don't really share a massive amount of links with Strength Videl, but yeah, Battlefield Diva obviously helps on the Pepe Gals team. And you have Infighter as well, along with Courage. Courage being probably the most difficult link to activate and the least likely to activate. But in terms of the rest, like I said, you want to focus on Patrol, Hero of Justice, Signature Pose, Sharing the Limit. If you get those 4, whether they're in Gohan form, whether they're in Videl, Great Saiyaman form, it doesn't really matter. You'll see a pretty good unit regardless, and you're going to see a pretty good performance regardless. So I would suggest that, and then beyond that, I would probably say that is the focal point for this unit. But besides all of the links, I think they are just a very good unit. I think they are a nice flesh out for the Defenders of Justice Signature Pose team. You now have the Int Great Saiyaman, the Tech Great, Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, the Physical Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, a lot of the Strength Gohan and Videl, the Int Gohan and Videl. You have a lot of great free-to-play options for that team. I think it's good. I think they're really fun units to work around, and if you use them against extreme units, they perform really well. So I'm very impressed with them, very happy with how they've done, and I think, yeah, overall, very cool units. But let me know what you think. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and leave a comment if you want me to get back to you. But otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.